Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about the do's and don'ts while applying makeup. It's a quite long video than my usual videos, so please bear me. I just washed my face so it feels very dry. So first is first, don't forget to apply moisturizer on your face, whether you are a dry skin type girl or an oily skin type girl. You need to apply moisturizer before makeup. You can use any moisturizer you have. It's not necessary that I use a particular moisturizer, so you will have to use the same exact moisturizer. You can use any moisturizer you have, but do use before you apply any makeup product on your face. So I'm gonna show the do's on one side of my face and the don'ts on one side of my face. On the right side of my face, I'm gonna show you the do's, and on my left side, I'm gonna show you the don'ts. So the next step is priming your face. For that, I'm using the Nykaa Prep Me Up face primer. No matter what, we don't consider priming as a very important step, especially when we first introduce ourselves to makeup. So I'm gonna leave the don't side of my face without any primer applied, and I'm gonna just apply the primer on the do side, that is on the right side of my face. So the next step is to apply foundation. I'm using the Maybelline New York Fit Me foundation. So first I'm gonna apply it on the don't side of my face. So what mistake many girls do is applying the foundation with the help of the fingers, like rubbing it like this all over your face, which is very wrong, as that doesn't let the foundation blend well evenly all over your face. Now for the right side, I'm gonna be showing the correct way to apply the foundation. For that, you can use a flat dense brush like this or a damp beauty blender. So here I'm just taking the foundation with the help of my damp beauty blender and slightly dabbing it all over my face. You can also use your fingers to apply foundation, but make sure you dab it on your face with a very light pressure. Don't start rubbing it all over your face. Though I always prefer using a damp beauty blender, as it soaks up the excess product, giving you a perfect base for your makeup. Now the next step is to apply a concealer. For that, I'm using the Maybelline New York Fit Me concealer in shade medium. So first I'm gonna be applying it on the don't side of my face. Don't apply it in a heavy amount and then blend it out, rubbing it using your fingers. That will not blend it well and make your dark circles appear very ashy. So now I'm gonna be applying it on the do side of my face, that is on the right side of my face. So what you need to do is apply the concealer from the inner corners and then blend it out using a damp beauty blender or a brush in a triangular shape, taking it a bit down and all the way up so that it gives you a defined face, highlighting your under eyes. Though many beginners don't consider this step important, but this is what will help you reduce the dark circles you have under your eyes. So now the next step is to set your face. For that, I'm using the Maybelline New York Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. So on the don't side of my face, I'm dipping the brush into the powder and loading the powder all over the left side of my face. Many do that. I myself have done that before, taking the compact powder and loading it all over my face. Don't do that. That will make your face look cakey. So I'm taking the flat brush, I'm dipping it into the loose powder and dabbing off the excess, and then for the last time using my beauty blender to dab the concealer to avoid if there was any creases formed, and then very lightly setting my under eye with the help of the loose powder. Now if you're going for baking your under eye, then wait for a few seconds, like around 30 seconds or a minute, and then dust off the excess powder that you used to bake your under eye area with the help of a fluffy brush, giving a very light pressure. Next is to set your eyebrows. So here I'm taking this brown gel that helps my brows stay put in one place. So in the wrong side, I'm overlining my brow and filling it with lots of product. and also drawing a square in the front section of my brow. Which is what making it look even more unnatural and overdone. Now for the right side of my face, I'm using a brush like this which has a spoolie to set my brow in place, and then I'm just filling in the gaps I have in my brow without overlining it. I'm giving very light pressure while filling in my brow. And for the front section, I'm not taking any more extra product but using the product that is left in that brush, which makes it look more natural. So next comes the eyeshadow part. So I'm using the Aloe Colors eyeshadow palette. Now for the wrong side of my face, I'm taking this shade right here and dipping my brush into it without tapping off the excess. I'm just applying the eyeshadow all over my lid in back and forth motion. Next, taking this lighter shade, I'm applying it on the crease above the darker shade and applying it in back and forth motion without properly blending it out. So not tapping off the excess product will give you a lots of fallouts under your eyes, and you can see how messed up that looks. Now for the right side of my face, I'm taking the same lighter shade first, dabbing off the excess and applying it very lightly in circular motion on the outer corner first. And then slowly blending it out, taking it all the way inwards. Don't start up with excess products at once. Try slowly increasing and enhancing the shade step by step, little by little. Next, I'm taking the same darker shade again for the right side and dabbing off the excess. Always dab off the excess product, whether it's your eyeshadow or your loose powder or bronzer or blush. Always dab off the excess from your brush to avoid fallouts. Now you can see I applied it on the outer corner and then blending it out in a circular motion, taking it all the way in. Next, I'm taking the lighter shade right here with the help of a flat brush and applying it in the inner corners of my eyelid, giving it a nice gradient effect. Next, with the help of a clean brush, I'm making sure that all the three shades are well blended into each other and there's no harsh line visible. Now you can clearly differentiate how well blended the right eye looks and how messed up the wrong eye looks. Now even if you apply the lighter shade above the darker shade in the inner corners of my eyelid, it won't clearly be visible as the darker shade is dominating the lighter shade. Now moving on to applying eyeliner. I was so wanting to show this and speak about it, as I have seen so many girls making this mistake and doesn't even realize it. So I'm gonna be using this Maybelline New York the Colossal Liner. Very common mistake, starting with a thick line from the inner corners and then not taking the liner close to the lash root or lash line. That creates a gap which is pretty well visible, and then not giving that perfect winged finish, which looks completely off. Do not make these mistakes if you are applying a liner. Now on the right side of my face, I'm gonna show you how to do it. Start close to the lash line and make it thin towards the inner corners, and gradually increase the thickness when you move towards the outer corners. I already have a tutorial on how to draw a winged liner. If you haven't watched it yet, then please check that out. I will leave the link somewhere on the screen or in the description box below. Many beginners starts up with a liquid eyeliner, but I would suggest you all to go with a gel eyeliner, as it helps to precisely create that winged eyeliner effect without any smudges like we usually get in case of a liquid eyeliners. So even if you are a beginner, always go for a gel eyeliner. Now moving on to the lower lash line, on the wrong side of my face, I'm taking the same darker shade that I have applied on my eyelid, and without dabbing off the excess, I'm applying it on my lower lash line, taking it all the way towards the inner corners. Now for the right side of my face, I'm taking the same lighter shade that I have applied on my crease and applying it on my lower lash line, but taking it till the halfway. And then next I'm taking the same darker shade and applying it again on the outer corner and blending it till the halfway. Next, I'm applying the Maybelline New York the Colossal Kajal. On the wrong side, I just applied it on my waterline just like that, making it a little bit thick. And on the right side of my face, I'm just applying the Kajal on my waterline. And then slightly smudging the outer corners a little bit with the help of a brush. Next, moving on to contouring your face, I'm taking the Sugar Tea Force Mini Bronzer. First, on the wrong side, I'm taking the product and applying it in a back and forth motion very roughly on my face, making a thick dark line visible. That will also move your foundation base. Now for the right side of my face, I'm applying it in a very light pressure, blending it out into the hairlines. You can see a natural shadow line on your face, as that's how the light falls on our face. So you just need to enhance that shadow a little bit more to make your face look more defined. Then I'm taking a fluffy brush and I'm just blending it out well so that it melts into the skin, making it look well blended. Next, moving on to the blush, I'm taking this blush and on the wrong side of my face, I'm loading my cheek with the blush just on the apple of my cheek. Now for the right side of my face, I'm slightly dipping the brush into the blush and dabbing off the excess, applying it on the apple of my cheek, taking it all the way up towards my temples so that it gives that natural blush effect. You can see I'm just dabbing the brush, and now I'm taking a fluffy brush and blending it out with a very light pressure so that the blush and the contour line is well blended and no harsh line is visible that differentiate the contour line and blush. Next, moving on to highlighting your face. Now for the wrong side of my face, I'm taking the fan brush, rubbing it on the highlighter and loading it on my temple. Now you can see the contour, blush and highlighter not blended well into each other, and you can also differentiate the 3 lines or 3 strokes of bronzer, blush and highlighter. Now for the right side of my face, I'm taking the small angled brush. You can also use a fan brush, but I use this, and taking a little bit of the highlighter, I'm applying it with a very light pressure on the high points of my face to give my face a very subtle glow. Now to highlight the inner corner of my eyes and my brow bone and the tip of my nose, I'm using this pencil brush and highlighting it. Also, I forgot to contour my nose, so for the wrong side of my face, I'm roughly applying the bronzer on just the side of my nose, making it look very patchy. Now for the right side of my face, I'm taking this contour brush that comes along with the L'Oreal Paris Glam Duo Bronzer and taking a little bit of the bronzer on the brush. I'm very lightly blending it on the side of my nose and taking it all the way up, joining to the brow so that it gives that natural shadow effect. For my lips, I'm taking this Maybelline New York Superstar Matte Liquid Lipstick. All the product details are mentioned in the description box below, so do check that out. Now for the wrong side of my lip, I'm taking this lip wand without removing the excess product from it and applying it directly on my lip. I have seen many times that the lipstick applied is either a bit more overlined or is messed up going out of the usual lip line. Now for the right side of my lip, I am removing the extra product from the wand and then I am applying it according to my lip line. You can slightly overline your lips to make it look fuller, but if you know how to do it. And also for the beginners, I would suggest using a lip liner first before you apply a lipstick to avoid going out of your lip line or your lip shape. for my lashes, I'm taking this Maybelline New York the Hyper Curl Volume Express Waterproof Mascara. For the wrong side of my face, I'm taking this mascara wand without removing the excess product and applying it on my lashes. Doing that would not open up your lashes and make your lash hairs stick to each other, and it would look heavy and messed up. And also, I'm not applying any mascara on my lower lashes. Now for the right side of my face, I am first curling up my lashes using a lash curler to give it a lift, and then taking the mascara wand, removing the excess product from it, I am applying it on my lashes. That way it will open up your lash hairs and also give you that required volume and lift, and also not forgetting to apply it on your lower lash. So this is it, you guys. This is the final result of all the do's and don'ts. You can clearly differentiate now and know the mistakes that we usually do when we begin to do makeup. You can see how messed up the don't side or the wrong side looks. And how much better the right side of my face looks than the wrong side when you do it in a proper way. I hope this video helped you in understanding the basic mistakes that we make while doing makeup. Please don't forget to hit the like button if you loved watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notification on every time I upload a video. See you in my next video. Bye.